Welcome back to AC's Fantasy Recap. Going to be going over the Week 9 NFL Fantasy Football season. It's been a couple weeks since I last recorded. Had the bye week 2 weeks ago. Had a couple nagging, lingering injuries. Had to get right. It's a long season. Didn't want to do anything too permanent. So I apologize for having that delay, but I'm back now. Got an awesome episode for you today. Going to be joined by two very good friends of mine, Jared Bloom and Tate Garrett. It's a fun one, so please enjoy. Two very special guests on the pod this week. We have one recurring guest. You might remember him from week 4. That would be Tate Garrett. Tate, how you doing, bud?
Good. Fuck the Timberwolves.
Let's get this out of the way. Give me 5 words on the Timberwolves. 5 words or less.
Like in one sentence?
Yeah.
Trade Karl Anthony Towns, please.
Love it. Also on the pod this week, new guest. Haven't had him on before. He is from Jared's Fantasy Podcast. The host, Jared Bloom, ladies and gentlemen. Jared, welcome to the pod.
Hey. Good to be here. And fuck the Lakers. I'm going to say that.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay. Love it. 2 things I wanted to do before we get into it. Number 1, I think me and Tate owe this to Jared. I'd like to thank you for your service. Thank you, Jared.
Thank you for your service, my friend.
And to add on to that, we'll cut this out of the pod. But I'd like to do a 15-minute moment of silence for the troops. So let's start that now. All right. I think we went a little long there. Fell asleep during that. I think that was 2 hours.
Minutes.
2 hours and
2
47. Yeah, it was a long one. I think you fell asleep too. What can I say? I love the troops.
They're okay.
All right. So our Minnesota Vikings are 7-1, and personally, I am fucking loving it. They haven't been the easiest wins. They haven't been the prettiest wins. Still think we have our best football ahead of us. That being said, could have some of our worst football ahead of us. We'll see. But the Vikings are 7-1, and it's Kirko season, baby.
Big Kirko.
Are you guys loving it, or do you think it's a little too much?
Shoot. I think we're due for a season like this. I haven't felt the joy I felt on Sunday scrolling through Twitter, looking at the memes, a couple beers deep. I haven't felt that joy in a long time.
I was just going to say the same. The fact that just people are talking about us, it's kind of fun. But I think it's going to come back to bite us. I mean,
it definitely might. But no, I couldn't agree more. I love the Vikings content. Like, just think about in a season when we're going like, even if we're 5-3 or 5-4 or something like that, like the content isn't there for the Vikings. But I'm just scouring the internet right now, looking for any new Kirk Cousins video I can find. I follow the Vikings on YouTube. They're constantly putting out content. Did you guys watch the Monday night Kirk Cousins interview with Peyton and Eli? Thought it was great.
He's crushing it. He's getting really good at media. He's finding his groove.
Yeah, he's just throwing jokes in here and there,
He's like the most self-aware guy, which I love.
Exactly.
I love how he's talking about too with the road wins and just if they continue to do it, like where it goes from here. Because he hasn't said anything of like, oh, we're not, this is as far as I'm going to go. He's just like, if we keep doing it, like, I'm going to keep it going. So if they won versus the Bills this weekend, like, is he butt naked wearing chains?
I don't know, but he's shredded. Who knew? Who knew
I think
that?
he needs to get like a tat or something. Like he's got to throw something in.
Someone's going to give him his grill or something, or give him a grill to wear. It's going to be freaking dope.
Dude, I'm glad you brought up the shredded part because Max Kellerman who used to be on First Take, now just has like a radio show with Keyshawn Johnson and Jay Williams or something. They watched the Kirk Cousins video and they were like ripping on his body. They were like, "Oh, like Kirk looks like he should be bagging groceries, not in the NFL." I'm like, what about that video made you think that Kirk Cousins isn't fucking jacked?
No,
Yeah,
I mean,
well,
he's not like huge, but he is like pretty.
he's shredded.
He has a literal like 6-pack. That's insane for a guy his age.
No, for sure. And like, I mean, think about if Peyton Manning took off his fucking shirt, just be a fat. Like, I did not expect that. I
No.
thought he was just gonna look like a dad. But
I mean, he has 15 years on Mac Jones, and he looks so much better.
yeah, I mean,
That's insane.
Mac Jones, what's going on?
Mac
Doing
Jones,
that Bama
what is
food.
going on?
What is going on in New England?
So with that being said, we're obviously on like a huge high with the Vikings right now. What to you guys, let's start with Jared. What to you is like a successful Viking season? What's the benchmark for how you determine how this season went for us? We're 7-1. Is it we finish with a certain record? We go far enough in the playoffs? Like, what's a success story for the Vikings this season?
It's tough. There's a couple ways you can think about this. Not crashing and burning like everybody expects of us. That will be pretty huge. And I think we can do it. We got to will it into existence as a fan base. And then my second thought is we've been to a couple NFC championships in our lifetime. We haven't been to Super Bowl in our lifetime. Like at this point, it's almost just like I probably won't be happy unless we at least go to the Super Bowl. So.
Tate?
I'm with Jared on the crashing and burning thing. I'm just trying to temper expectations, It's a little scary. I just don't feel good. I should feel better. I should feel a lot better. But no, I like our team. I like our schedule from here on out. I like playing the teams in our division. That's good for us. Like Jared said, I think I'd want us in the freaking NFC championship for sure, but I don't,
Maybe just getting a really couple good wins in the playoffs. Yeah, NFC championship. If we dominate like I don't know. If we beat the Eagles, actually, that might be good enough for me.
That would be amazing. Winning a game by 2 touchdowns would also be great.
Yeah, let's start slow. It's funny because it's like if you had said at the beginning of this season, like the Vikings make it to the NFC championship game, I think everyone would be like, oh, that's fucking awesome. Like we're that good. But now, like, I'm okay with expectations changing throughout the season. We're fucking 7-1. It's like if we go 11-6, like that would kind of fucking suck. Like I'd like to see us squeak out 13 wins this season. I mean, I know that's still a lot. Still got a lot of good teams that we have to play, but I mean, for as much as people have been shitting on the Vikings, it's like we're the 9th scoring offense. We're the 8th scoring defense. Like, I don't think we're as big of frauds as everyone says that we are.
No, definitely. I'm glad they are calling us frauds, though, opposed to saying how great we are. Because we all know how we perform when we have expectations.
I agree 1,000%.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of nice, that we got smashed by Philly early and that, it's awesome too that Philly is the best our only loss is the best team in the NFL right now. So, yeah, I mean, we'll see. It sounds like Josh Allen may or may not play. Kind of seems like he's probably not going to play this weekend just by the line changing and whatnot.
He hasn't practiced, I don't think so.
Didn't practice today. Yeah, hasn't practiced this week. So,
and then
it'll be interesting.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's Case Keenum too as the backup. It's just
right.
It's fun.
And
we're having a good time.
Like we're going to be judged off of not playing or not playing Josh Allen if we do play Case Keenum. But it's like Bills are still a fucking good team, even
definitely
like good defense, killer offensive weapons. So we'll see. That'll be a fun one Sunday. Before we get into the matchups, big trade this week between myself and my guest, Tate Garrett's. The trade itself was I traded Devontae Adams and Tom Brady for Alan Lazard, wide receiver for the Packers, and Justin Fields, emerging Justin Fields, quarterback for the Chicago Bears. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to let Tate go first. Tate, tell me why you made the trade, what you like about the trade. I'm going to say my piece about what I liked about the trade. And then Jared is going to determine the winner for us at the end of who won this trade. So, Tate, take it away.
I like the fact that I got Devontae Adams. I think that's the main thing. Darren Waller and Hunter Renfro got put on IR today, so that makes me feel a little bit better. Mainly just getting a solid startable wideout that doesn't have a bye week for the rest of the year. Yeah, didn't have Justin Fields on my team the week before, so I was like, fuck it. Had a 40-point week, sell high, get Devontae.
Yeah, I mean, definitely makes a lot of sense for you. Devontae obviously killed it the week before, ended up with 31.6 points. And he had that in the first half too. The second half, I think he had one reception for 0 yards. So had that quick and easy. Yeah, for me, I think I have pretty good wide receiver depth overall. I have Jerry Jeudy. I have Juju now with Lazard. Also picked up Joshua Palmer with some injuries to the Chargers receivers. I know Devontae is easily my best player. He has that explosive power. He can drop 30 on you. He's dropped a couple 25s, I think, as well this season. But I just really wanted a player like Justin Fields, who's on the rise. He's now had 3 20-plus games in a row, one of those being the 42 with 176 rushing yards. And I think with the Bears this season, like, they just have nothing to lose. I think they're going to turn the corner here and just be like, let's see what we have with Justin Fields. They got Chase Claypool. I think it's a gamble for me. I think on paper, it's probably a better trade for Tate, but my team's not very fucking good. And I want a quarterback specific. I've been rocking fucking Tom Brady and Kirk Cousins, who at best are getting me 20 points on a good day. So kind of like the upside from Justin Fields. And Tom Brady was kind of just a throw in trade. Nothing big there. Jared, who's the winner?
The winner? Shoot. I'm going to say AC is the winner. With Justin Fields recently just getting unlocked, I think he has a lot more in the tank. Lazard, I didn't know he was doing as well as he is fantasy-wise this year. I just looked at his stats. I mean, Devontae's great, though, too. It's just a pretty good all-around trade, I think.
Just trying
probably AC the winner.
Much.
Trying to what? Not get last?
Trying not to get last. My team's definitely in the bottom 2 or 3 if you look at the teams regardless of standings. So
yeah. The one thing, wow. Well, thank you, Jared. I wasn't expecting that, but I actually couldn't agree more now that you say it.
But I mean, you won that trade, but okay.
The one thing I will say is that, like, Devontae doesn't have the floor that you think. Like, he's had a couple busts this year, and it's kind of like every other week. Like, does okay, does amazing, does okay, does amazing, does really shitty.
I mean, he had that 30 bomb he dropped, which was sweet. Yeah, I mean, he really only has that one bad game. Every other game is super solid. I mean, even an 8.2.
Yeah. No, yeah. I mean, he's the best player.
All right, I'm going to change it. Tate wins.
What?
Sorry, dude.
All right, that's Bob this week. Thanks, Konaka. All right.
Before we get into fantasy, can I bring something up? We skirted past with the Vikes.
Yeah, absolutely.
I just want to do a little public service announcement to one Adam Schefter of ESPN, I believe. On Monday Night Football, he did a heinous act and he appropriated Vikings culture. You do not hold a candle to Kirk Cousins, my good sir. You are not cool. You are lame. And I'm officially canceling you. So just wanted to get that out there.
I'm on board, man. He's the most un-American, unloyal piece of shit.
I mean, the fact that he's lasted this long, he can't keep getting away with it.
Yeah.
And I hope this is the final nail in the coffin.
I was
of
just going
Adam
to say, this
Schefter.
is the last straw. You fucked a 9/11 victim's wife
On 9/11. I'm
on
pretty sure.
9/11.
We'll have to check that, but
2001 and maybe 2000, which is way more fucked up. Anyways,
yeah. Thank you, Jared. Thank you for reminding me. It would have been a crime to get through
let
the
him
podcast
yeah.
without that. Let's do matchups. Jared, let's start with our matchup this week. 106 to 106 for me versus Jared's 100. I end up getting both of the points this week. Kind of funny because Devontae basically saved my team, and then I dump him the next week. But yeah, a close one for us. Unfortunate for you. I think you were about like 2 points away from getting one of the top 6 points. I did want to mention for you, is there a little QB controversy with your team? Because you have Joe Burrow, you have Tua. Do you like week to week? Are you like, which one of these guys am I going to play? Or are you pretty set on Joe Burrow, assuming no buys?
Not until I'd say last week was when I really had to decide because Tua was coming off that concussion. I wanted to make sure he was right of mind before I give him the start. It looks like he's the real deal again, though, and Joe has a bye week, so no decision this week. It's just tough with Burrow because I mean the Bengals might blow somebody out, but 5 touchdowns to freaking Mixon. I mean Joe ran one in, which is nice. Yeah.
Yeah, they're just gonna run the ball now.
It's the classic fantasy conundrum. You're never going to make the right choice.
It doesn't matter what you
It does
do.
not
You're
matter.
always going to
That's why
fuck it up.
you should just trade one of them to me.
Yeah, it would be easy.
Get it out of the way.
If I could speak to the rest of my team,
Please do.
It's just my guys need to nut up. We have the talent, we have all the pieces, but then we got a guy like Higbee going out there and putting up a big old 0. You're gone, bud. You're gone.
Dude, that I was watching because there was only 2 games on, so I was watching that Rams Bucks game, and I didn't even see him out there. They weren't even attempting to go to him. I don't. Did he have a target even?
Oh, he had a lot of he might have had a target or 2, but he had a lot of promise at the beginning of the season. But now the Rams just suck.
I think almost every Ram, obviously other than Cup, is like, I don't know if you can start them. I don't know if they're worth being on your team. I don't even know.
Well, I have to play Darrell Henderson this week, so please don't say that.
There's like 4 running backs in that backfield. It's like, what is going on?
Yeah, it's kind of. I was watching some segment. I forget what it was, but they were talking about like just mortgaging their future for a Super Bowl and just like how McVay and ownership has just kind of left that team in disarray. And I'm just like, I'll fucking take that right now. We get a Super Bowl out of the deal. Fuck the Vikings for the next 10 years.
No worries. I need 1 Super Bowl in my lifetime. That's all I need.
One would be really sick.
It's like, what? You need to be good forever? Nah. Just have a magical run.
Yeah.
Not to stay on our matchup too long, but this one also seemed like I thought this was going to be over early. You were projected way more. My defense, Jacksonville defense, I had to play them for like 4 straight weeks, and they were just dog shit. And you had New England D go off, but
yeah, that was lucky. It seems wasted now, though, unfortunately.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah, that's a tough one.
Yeah, I mean,
but good matchup.
Good dub. So I lost to you this week and Tate last week. Man,
it's embarrassing as fuck.
Super fucking embarrassing. Don't worry, my team will fucking hit its stride.
Next up, Sam Elliott 102 versus JT 111. JT just keeps fucking rolling, man. One of the laughing stocks of the league prior to this year. He keeps putting it together. Little concerning for him, the Allen injury, who's been a rock for his team this year. Allen has to be QB1. He is. So I'll have to monitor that going forward. He doesn't have a backup QB on his roster.
Let's see. Did he pick anyone up yet? Yeah, he got Jared Goff.
Oh, he did.
Which,
He picked up Jared Goff this week. Yeah, I'm looking at the scoreboard from last week.
I mean, lines are liable to go off any given week. So
Yeah, I agree. But yeah, just a solid team from him. Sanders, Ertz, Waddle, Michael Carter for the Jets. Sorry, Tate, I interrupt you. Go ahead.
No, I was just chiming in.
Yeah, for Sam, not a terrible week. Aaron Jones injury obviously sucked for him. Only ended with 5.5. Tyreek Hill, man, I was worried about drafting him this year, but he has just been fucking consistent as hell. Seems like he has 150 yards every week, averaging 19 a game, fantasy points. I like Sam's team. The Mark Andrews injury sucks too. Likely got him. He had one reception, 24 yards and touchdown. In most situations, that's basically all you fucking want.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was like a top 8 tight end this week with 1 catch.
Oh my god, yeah.
Or maybe even higher. I don't know.
Jeez.
But I agree. I really like Sam's team.
Yeah.
The only thing I don't like is Kyler, but I guess he's still good at fantasy somehow. So
And Sam actually I'm sure he was concerned with the Patterson injury. But Sam actually wins this one if he plays Patterson over McLaurin in the flex spot. So
did Sam get a 1 point, or what was the cutoff this week?
Sam was Tate was the last one to get a point, and Sam only had 0.7 more than Tate. Yeah, super tight. Yeah, well, that's 2 away. Yeah, Josh just missed out by like 0.7 on the final point, but yeah, good win for JT. I mean, is he the best in the league right now? What do you guys think?
Can't really argue with it, right?
Pretty much almost has a first round bye locked up, I'm sure.
Yeah, I think he's 3 points ahead of second place, so he's in a good spot.
Someone tell Sam to it's okay to drop Elijah Moore at this point. All right. I was high on him too, buddy.
88.
Dude, I think I drafted Cam Akers in both my leagues, and I think I just
he did drop him.
One.
No, Sam did drop him yesterday.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Way to go, Sam.
I'm looking at the scoreboard.
No, yeah. I scrolled down to see if he did draft him, and yeah, he dropped him yesterday finally.
It's hard, dude. It is hard. Like when you take a high draft pick, it's just like it's hard to fucking drop them unless they get a season-ending injury. Like Cam Akers, I was like, this guy can't just totally fucking suck, right?
I think it's more hard to drop the guys that do. Like dropping Breece Hall for me was just so sad.
Yeah,
that's a brutal one. That's a brutal one. Next up, Wooly with 70, Schneids with 85. You guys want to talk about this one, or?
This one's easy. Yeah.
Cooper Kupp, 22.8.
When are we going to start looting these two teams for all their worth?
I should have gotten Kupp. You know, Tate's just the easiest. Me and Tate talk so much. We're just the easiest to trade with, so I kind of didn't even look very much for a Devontae trade. But maybe could have gotten Kupp from him. But I need the QB, so.
Not a lot.
Poor Wooly started Hines,
Yeah, that's kind of a rough one.
Why did I like Wooly's team so much? Like I was so high on it early in the season, but was I wrong, or has it just been underperforming?
A
little bit of both, I guess. Like Jonathan Taylor, just like being non-existent, really.
Yeah, that doesn't help.
Yeah,
I think it was the combo of probably Justin Herbert, Jonathan Taylor.
I mean, it doesn't look great now.
Oh, it doesn't look great.
Schneids, who knows? Anything's possible. It's not like they're worse or that much worse than my team. So,
are we past the point of no return for playoffs for them, though? So they both have 5 points. I'm in the 6th spot with 10.
I mean, they could just rattle.
How many
off.
weeks do we have left?
Should have checked it before. Checking it right now.
It's been 8 weeks, and we played to what? 11, 12?
Week 14. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, because we
Regular
stopped before the last game of the regular season.
Yeah.
So there's 18
well,
weeks in the NFL season.
The week before.
Yeah, it's week 17.
I mean, Higgy can make it. Maybe, potentially. Nobody's out yet.
Yeah, there's plenty of time.
They could just rattle off.
You just got to get hot.
2
You just got to freaking.
You just got to make
your locker room, okay?
You got to make a trade for Justin Fields.
Week 14 is the last regular season.
Yeah.
We got a lot of season left. We have a lot of season left.
I mean, it's 5 weeks.
It'd be really hard.
I actually, for Higgins, you have 5 weeks left to get 10 points. If you got 2 points every week, you end up with 14.
Win out.
You almost got to win out. And then I have 10. And then Jared and Sam both have 9.
Yeah, but I just slipped from 2nd to 7th in 2 weeks. You can move around. I don't know.
Yeah, when you're that far down, I don't know.
Yeah, that's the thing. We're like 2nd to 6th is a pretty close range.
But you shouldn't.
All right,
really talking about playoffs with these types of teams, including myself. It's all desperation. Just don't get fucking last.
It's desperation mode.
That's it.
Side note, I love when Wooly comments in the group message. Wooly, comment in the group message more, man.
We need more Wooly.
More.
You're good shit, man.
Dude, I haven't talked to Wooly in maybe 7 or 8 years now. I just love to hear from him, though.
He was at the tailgate with me and Tate a couple weekends ago, and he was like, yeah, man, I've just been waiting for my team to pop off one of these weeks so I can come on the pod, and it hasn't happened.
Damn.
Wooly, I'll have you on regardless, man. You don't have to pop off.
Yeah, just come on. It'd be
you should have Higgins, Schneid's, and Wooly on.
That would be hilarious.
That's good shit. Okay, next week I'm throwing that out there.
And I'm not talking down on anyone because
you're right there with them.
I'm right there with them. No.
Next up, Josh 101 versus Jeff 95. As we mentioned, Josh missed out on that 6th point, gets the 1 point for the head-to-head win. Josh's team had Travis Etienne go off for 25. Jalen Hurts got him 20. Travis Kelce, consistent as all hell, got him 15 points.
Damn, if Jeff doesn't start Panthers D, which is nobody ever doesn't start a D, he still loses by 0.2.
0.2. Yeah. I had that written down. Jeff, -6 from Carolina D. Only lost by 6.2. So, I mean, his defense gets him 1 fucking point and he wins the matchup.
Yeah, but Jeffrey, to give you a little peace of mind, there's literally nothing you could have done. His bench has 0.6 points. Buys. Insane.
I mean, playing Panthers D is one thing he couldn't have done.
I guess he could have.
Why that's a really bad.
Who are they playing though? Cincy? Yeah, that's kind of nuts.
Because I guess the week before, who did they play on like that Thursday night game?
But they only had 2 points. They haven't really been scoring the last couple of weeks at all. The defense.
Yeah. No. I mean, I'm trying to rally. I mean, terrible fucking move. Don't get me wrong. I was trying to give.
You get married, and all of a sudden, it's just like I know.
And this man has the best. My thought, best team in the league. I mean,
oh yeah,
the running backs amazing. When Jamar Chase comes back, he's still got Tony Pollard just sitting around waiting to play.
I mean,
this is.
The DeAndre pickup, I mean, that was just like,
this is
playing 5D chess.
Wait, pause.
Huh? He's frozen. All right, me and Tate Tate will take it from here. Let's
All
talk
right.
about
Yeah.
ass-eating season. I hate this name. First of all, change the name.
Yeah. The
Disgusting.
name needs to go. It's just not a good name.
Not a good name. I love the player though. ETN's crushing it.
Yeah. That dude really took over.
I mean, I think Josh is out of luck though if Swift ever takes back running back duties fully.
Man,
Jamal,
what are
he'll
the
just have
odds of
one.
that?
I know, serious. Dude, maybe one of these years.
Such a Band-Aid.
No, I think Josh is doing well, right?
Not a bad team.
Was this the cutoff with Josh? So he did get 2 points or just one?
I believe he got one. I think I passed him by a little bit on like a last second catch by
Yep. Oh shoot, that's crazy.
Kamara. That was
That's 0.7 points you had over him.
yeah.
Wow.
It was a giant sweat. It sucked.
Oh, well.
All right.
What do you
Next
think,
matchup?
Aiden? Oh, Aiden just left. Wait, here he is. He's frozen.
Man,
I can operate this too and end the recording whenever.
what are we dealing with here?
Yeah. What's the next matchup? What should we go on to?
Next matchup is Sam Nods and Higgins.
Okay. Man, Nods. Is that the most points this year? Has anyone broken 160? Nods is damn close.
It's got to be up there. I mean, that's from a 53 bomb with Joe Mixon. What do you have, like 5 touchdowns or something?
Yeah, I mean, I think he had 4 in the first half, or maybe only. I think he had 4 in the first half.
That is an insane stat.
Whenever a running back, Aiden's saying timeout.
How long has it been fucking up for me for?
Just 2 minutes, maybe.
Okay.
We moved on to the next.
Yeah, we just took it into our own hands.
Okay, let it rock.
We're on the Nods. We're on the Nods Higgy matchup.
2 days since we last heard your voice.
And I was about to say, Nodler always has the guy who goes off.
I said this the other day.
He had Jonathan Taylor like 2 years ago when he had over 50. Nods always has that player for some reason.
I said this the other day. The guy, I don't know what it is. He always has a team that has one guy almost weekly. It feels like Mahomes will just put up like 40. It's like a weekly thing. I don't know. I don't get it.
It's so fun. Literally in my notes, I have written Joe Mixon 53. Ask Tate, because Tate literally was like, "This fucker always has the guy that just pops off too."
I don't think I've ever beat him in fantasy. I play against him in 2 leagues. I can't.
And I talk smack about him or to him every time I play. I'm texting him on the side, like, get ready for the hurricane, and then I just get fucking demolished
beat
by
me
him.
in the championship. The guy just destroys me in fantasy, and it fucking sucks.
I mean, Patrick Mahomes 34 too. Like,
yeah. I mean,
Nods has a really good team.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be a threat. He's currently in 3rd place. I think he surpassed Jeff.
I mean, 3rd through 8 is separated by 2 points. And then
3 points.
Aaron's,
or no, 2 points. You're right.
Yeah.
Whoever he gets in the first round, I just feel bad for because the guy is just not going to lose.
He's going to.
It's happened.
I used to be that guy. I remember like years back, like I got David Johnson getting
sure, man.
40, 45 while I'm at work, but not anymore. Days have passed. Wait, just because I fucking went out for 2 minutes, I'm not running the pod anymore? Is that what's going on?
No, yeah, we kind of cut you. Hey, by the way, I don't know if we've covered that your team sucks almost as bad as mine, probably worse. Your points for in the standings. This is out of context.
I would love to talk about it, but I've got 4 more points.
Your team sucks.
Here, what I was going to say, if one of you guys had brought it up, my team, not that this, solves anything or makes my team better or anything. It's just when my team sucks, it really fucking sucks. Like I put up like 50 points one week. I put up like 57 the other week. Like, I just totally bottom out when I bottom out, which I kind of respect. I don't like that about my team.
Yeah, at least you're not holding on to hope going into Monday. You're just
Right,
like, it's
everyone-
over.
Everyone gives up together,
All right, Jared, what's the next matchup?
No, we got to talk about Higgy. I do want to say this. How many points does he have this year? Like in the points for category, he has to be middle of the pack.
I don't think it's as bad as
He has been getting the matchup. Like he's been getting shafted by matchups, I think. I mean,
Yeah.
96 this week isn't terrible, but I don't know.
Well, he had
Higgins has the second least points for.
Well, I'm totally wrong. The coldest take ever on this podcast. Higgy, I was trying to throw you a bone. That was just a gut feeling.
He does have the most points against, though.
Okay, maybe that's kind of what I'm.
He did have Chubb and
feeling.
McCaffrey on bye. He flexed a tight end.
That is a crazy stat that Jeff threw out. He has the 1 and 3 running backs this year.
The only thing is, I traded him Chubb, so he hasn't had him the whole time.
No, he hasn't had him the whole season. Yeah. I mean, honestly, 96 from Higgins that week, that's a good Higgy week. It just kind of ran into it.
Nods.
Nods. Fuck you, Nods.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, if it makes you feel any better, Higgins, there's no way you're going to win this week playing Nods. So.
True.
All right. Last matchup of the week.
Tate, let's move on to the last matchup of the week.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Aiden, you can take it.
Nice,
That was just a
come
joke.
on,
That was just a
Come
joke, dude.
on. Come
No,
on.
it's honestly like, you know what? Actually, do it because I had to move locations now. I'm gonna go grab my drink, grab my charger. Just go ahead. You guys.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Sounds good. All right. Well,
This is
it's
great.
Mr. Tate and Aaron Schwecke versus one another. Tate, you got a point.
Got a point. Justin Fields put up 42, and I could barely get over 100 points.
Oh man, let's see.
This team's pretty awful.
So when you were texting me earlier about trades, I do want to make I want to make a trade with you as a person, but I just don't know who I would take on your team. And we've done trades earlier this year.
I was texting so many people today, and I was just like being annoying. And Sam texted me, it was like, I just looked at your team, dude. There's nothing there. I'm just like, yeah.
Alvin Kamara is your best player? I don't know.
Good? Is he good? I don't know. I don't think he's good.
He's had good weeks. I mean, he scored 38 against me, of course.
Just this
it's
year
tough.
has been just so brutal with injuries. and
You
like,
have rolled the
Darren
board
Waller
dice there.
is completely dead to me. That guy sucks. He should get
Man.
back on the sauce. Piece of shit.
He's going to, man. All right, Tate 102 versus Aaron's 112. Tate picked up the 1 point. Aaron with 2. Oh,
Man. Yeah, we just went over Tate's team. Haven't talked about Aaron. Solid squad.
Henry and
place,
JJ
right?
went off for him this week. I just don't know if it has the firepower to win a ship necessarily.
I mean, the man keeps picking up and dropping Deshaun. It's like, it's okay, bud. You can just have him. No one cares.
Shoot. I did not notice that. If he's dropped him 3 times.
Yeah, he just keeps dropping and picking him up. Maybe that's what he needs for the playoffs, you know?
He doesn't need a QB, so.
I think he was like razzing me for dropping Jeff Wilson Jr. and then he's like kind of okay in Miami. I was like, you can have him, man. Go all out. All right. That's the matchups this week.
I do want to give one shout out to Aaron on his graphic design skills. We are officially on Hot Ones Watch, and it's not looking good for Higgy based off the, design.
Hot Ones Watch. That was pretty funny. The whole edit was pretty funny.
I'm glad he mentioned it because I was like, who the fuck
Also,
made this?
I don't know if I can describe this right, but like the bottom 4 teams are on Hot Ones Watch, and he did it in two different screen cuts. Like you could have just put them all in one, but it was in 2 different ones. I don't know.
It's like he did way more work than he needed to.
No, and then why did he do
the 2? You could have just grabbed all 4 at the bottom.
Yeah, he definitely did this on his phone.
Probably high as shit.
I was just gonna say, how much weed has this man smoked before doing that?
Man,
My score is just blocked out.
No, you're the even because there's a plus 0.5.
Oh, okay.
That was extreme.
The more you look at this picture, the more layers there are to it.
Yeah, there's so much detail you're missing.
Holy fuck, this kid's a genius. Good shit, Aaron. You add a lot to the group message, Aaron. I'll give you that.
Good
quick,
and bad.
Good and bad. Quick standings. We have JT in first with 15. Aaron Schwecky in second with 12. Nodler, Jeff, and Josh, 3rd through 5 with 11. Ya boy wrapping up the playoff spots with 10 in 6th place. Jared and Sam Elliott in 7th and 8th with 9. Tate in 9th with 6. Wooly and Schneider with 5 in 10th and 11th. And good old Higgins closing it out in 12th with 4 points.
It's anyone's game.
It's anyone's game. Yeah, I'm glad we added the punishment because I think it'll be more entertaining closing out the season.
Yeah, so Higgins has to eat hot wings while doing the beer mile. You just add on every year a new aspect to the punishment.
Yeah.
Do you think we could hire Sean Evans to like run it with him?
That would be
an interview.
How much?
Money's not.
That man. He's so sophisticated. Higgins and Sean Evans.
They're wonderful guys.
That would be and not that it's Higgins necessarily, but it would be pretty good.
So I was talking to some of your buddies. Apparently, when you're blackout drunk, you can cook and do backflips off of buildings. Would you speak to that a little bit?
Oh, just kidding. Didn't you like break your arm doing that or something?
That would be lit.
Oh my god. All right. Before we close this podcast out, we're going to do the What Are You Doing of the Week.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
The What Are You Doing of the Week this week. This one hurts me. I think it hurts you guys as well. It's been a long time coming with this guy. It is LeBron James and being a compulsive liar. The latest compulsive lie that kind of opened the floodgates for LeBron James this week was that he said, or I guess this was technically last week, Takeoff from Migos passed away, got shot in Houston. So LeBron's doing a press conference and they ask him about Takeoff, being a fan of hip hop, obviously. And LeBron goes, this isn't the exact quote, but he said he listened to Migos his first year with the Miami Heat in 2010. Says he blasted in the locker room, put it on for a bunch of his teammates, got them interested. Migos did not drop their first mixtape until 2011 after the NBA season. So LeBron has done this a lot. It's kind of opened up a funny meme, new meme of LeBron just saying whatever the fuck he wants. And what do you guys have to say about it? It's just too much. It's just too fucking much from LeBron. Tate, take it away.
Like you said, this really hurts because, we're all LeBron guys, He's just
Not me. I'm not.
You used to be.
You used to be.
I'll talk about it when it's my turn. Go ahead. Go ahead, Tate.
Come on. I just feel like the cringe of LeBron has become so bad as of late that I wish he would just shut up and play basketball, Just kidding.
No, but
I'm not saying he should do that, but I think it would be a lot better if he did that.
I guess I'll cover my favorite LeBron just lying through his teeth was the this reporter asked him about the Godfather and what his favorite scene or quote was from any three of the movies, and he literally didn't name one thing. He just told the guy, "You can choose, and I'll run with it."
well, that's after he said he's seen them like 20 times.
No, I think he said specifically like before the series he watched it 6 times or something like that. It's like, dude, just make
That's
anything.
the same as when Trump said his favorite book was the Bible, and he couldn't come up with a single verse, his favorite verse. It's the same exact thing.
It's literally the
It's
same
worse.
thing. I don't. That's such. Yeah, I don't know. And then the Malcolm X thing. I don't know if you're going to cover that, Jared,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, that one where he basically just like starts off the press conference and just like opens the Malcolm X book to like a random page or something. Yeah.
I mean,
he had the
this trend.
same page marked for like weeks.
It's
And
the
they were
first page. It's just the book open to the first page. You can
And they
tell it's a
were
thick
like,
book.
Can you tell us about the book? And he just.
He's like, I just started reading this couple days ago, and just like, you've had this book for 4 years in your locker, buddy. Okay, this trends on Twitter probably once a month, and it is incredible because every time it trends, there's a new video I haven't seen from like 5 years ago. There's always another one. There's no end to this nonsense. I think he's just proving himself. He is LeFraud James. I think he died 2016 after the finals. That was when you hit that peak. There's nowhere else to go.
Here's where I'm going to take it. He is just way too fucking specific. And what this reminds me of exactly is when there was one Sunday I'm hanging out, or I don't even think I was with Brian this time, but Brian went to the Vikings game. He's been drinking all fucking day, goes to Cowboy Jack's, starts drinking at Cowboy Jack's, ends up texting his boss to take off work the following Monday at like 10 p.m. at night. And instead of being like, hey, I'm feeling under the weather, hey, I have a family emergency, keeping it vague, he goes, hey, my family dog died. I need to go to my parents' house tomorrow to bury the family dog. Oh, and meanwhile, it's fucking the middle of January or December. The ground is frozen. You can't even fucking dig a hole to bury this dog. So, like, for LeBron, where he, even with the takeoff one, it's just like, yeah, I was a huge fan of Migos. I was on them from their first mixtape. Or, hey, what are some of his other ones? Like the Kobe one. Like, oh, hey, I
said he was going to drop 81.
Yeah. It's like, hey, I told my friends, like, I think Kobe's going to go off this game. Like, why say 70 points?
And the thing for me is
every
single one of these is totally unnecessary. Doesn't need to happen. He goes out of his way to lie. I think he has a problem.
It was the Jalen Suggs one too, where he tweeted, "I just told everyone around me that he was going to do that." Like,
he was gonna. No, he literally says it like, "I just told all my friends he's going to walk past court and pull it."
Yeah,
half court and pull it.
Did you guys see? Did you see the one where he's getting interviewed by like a British news station, and then like they're talking about some soccer player, and some guy I've never heard of, and he's like, "Oh yeah," and it was about the guy who was interviewing him. He's like, "Oh yeah, I didn't recognize you. I thought that was you." It's like, what?
I don't know. I think LeBron maybe like I don't know why he does this. Maybe you're right, Jared. Maybe it's a sickness, but it's like, do you care what people think about you that much? Like, just
say, I don't know, man. Oh, I've never heard about that. I enjoyed the game, not I predicted every aspect of it.
Dude, you don't have to say that you bought this a stake in this soccer team because you were a huge fan when you were 10. Like, you're a fucking billionaire. You bought the team because you're rich as shit.
Yeah.
Just be like,
You weren't a fan when you were 10. You didn't watch a lick of soccer growing up.
No, absolutely not. So
I wonder how he was as a kid because kids are
for lying, you mean?
yeah, just for lying. Do you think he said the most outlandish shit? He had to have.
It seems like it. That's very believable.
Well, yeah, especially because he's traveling around to different houses too. Like he could just be like, "Oh yeah, I was over here and I fucking dapped up Jay-Z."
Yeah. Dude. Hey, it gave us 10 minutes of content just now. So
I love it. There's gonna be a new one tomorrow. There's gonna be one the day after that. I mean, it's really great content.
Yeah. He's funny.
He's something else. Well, boys, it was a pleasure having you on this week. Any last words? Any last thoughts that you want to shout out to the rest of the league?
Yeah, I just want to say, right now we have a little purple wave, but the purple tsunami is coming. Okay, we got to keep up the good vibes as Vikings fans. This is like way more important than voting. We got this. That's all.
Does yelling at your TV affect the play on the field? Do the Vikings hear it?
Only if
feel it?
LeBron does it. Yes.
I agree.
But LeBron knows. I mean, he knew it before it happened. So
We should hit him up to see how the season's going to end.
Tate, what do you got?
Not a whole lot. I'm going to go out there this week, get 2 points against Higgins, put him in the fucking dirt. So that's what I have to do.
Damn.
You gotta. There's no other way.
Everyone else can eat shit.
Yep.
Facts. All right, boys. Thanks for coming on. Thanks again to Tate and Jared for coming on. Had a lot of fun talking to them this week. Yeah, again, just apologize for the lack of podcasts the past couple of weeks. I've been out of town, pretty busy, but going to get back into it now that it's the final push towards the end of the season. Fantasy goes quick, man. Enjoy it while it's here. All right, boys. As always, like and subscribe if you enjoyed the podcast, and we'll catch you next week. Peace.